following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2009 Honda Fit. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Yes, here's Dave. Here's Dave. Episode 113. You guys ready to dumb it down? That's fantastic. I'm so happy. Gotta make up for this crazy intro where Alex says, here's Dave. Here's Dave. Here's Dave. What was he? Was somebody at the door, Alex, when you made it? Here's Dave. I know. Gift horse in the mouth. Here's Dave. We're gonna go. Oh boy. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. My name is Dave Kenyon. It is now April 20th as I'm recording this. It is 11:11. Wow, 11:11 a.m. It is Saturday. It is raining in Nueva York. No reason why I went Spanish there, but I just thought it'd be a little bit fun. Whatever, I'll go this way. I'm driving around in circles here trying to get out of Rensselaer, New York. I just had a whole morning of, there's a whole bunch of things happening. I'll try to get to everything one at a time. But it is raining. I'm in the Fit. I'm not in the Kia. I'm headed home. I worked 5 days in a row. I did some overtime. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a row. Yes, 2 weeks in a row of 5 days. That's my overtime. That's how I do it. That's how I roll. It's exhausting when you get to the fifth day. The first day is very hard because it's your first day back. You got to make the transition from daytime to nighttime, and that's hard for most people. I try to cheat a little bit. It's not really cheating, but I say cheat as I try to sleep a few hours before I get to work. So I'm not, up for 10 hours and then going to work at night. That doesn't always work out. I don't always sleep 3, 4, 5 hours. Never 5. But anyway, so usually the first day back is exhausting. You've had a couple of days off and whatever. I've talked about that on the show before. Also, and then when you get to the last day, forget about it. You're like, oh, I got to get out from behind this truck. I got to get out of here. But anyway, it really wasn't a bad week. The weather was okay. It's raining now. It was raining harder earlier in the week. It was raining harder earlier today. But now I'm headed home, and it's not so bad. I don't even have the wipers on, really. They're kind of intermittent. I shut them off when I don't need them. I'm not trying to save anything. I just, I don't need them on. I don't need them on. And it's quieter in the car without it. And I am back. I took 1 week off with the sound. Did you enjoy episode 112? I'm not a miss you type of guy, which I'm not. I'm not a miss you type of guy. I went with a different way with the sound. I wasn't happy with it, but I wasn't going to re-record it. I was exhausted by the time I got that done. I was in my driveway last Sunday, because I worked the fifth day last week. And I was in the driveway, and I fell asleep in front of my house as I was downloading it, and I think I was downloading it. I don't even know. Then I woke up only to have 2 hours of sleep last Sunday. And then I was up all day Sunday. Then I went back to work Monday. Anywho, whatever. It's the same old story every week. For whatever reason, I have a problem sleeping. I'm really cutting back. I really 99% cut back on sugar. I've cut back on carbs, white flour, hidden sugars, all that other stuff. I'm losing weight. Definitely going to Planet Fitness. By the way, and I know I say by the way a lot. By the way, I don't care. By the way, I went to Planet Fitness. I've been going a lot more steadier. I've been working out a lot harder as I break the rust. It really kind of, that scene in Forrest Gump? Remember that? Where he's like all with the braces and the bullies are chasing him. And and little by little, the braces come off. Next thing you know, this guy's the fastest guy on the planet, and he's running through football fields, catching balls, and just the whole Trump, the whole Did I say Trump? I meant to say Forrest Gump. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. Hold on, let me just take a drink break here. I have this protein drink that my wife bought me. I'll get back to the Forrest Trump story. I know what I just said that time. I was saying it as a joke. I got a little drink break here. I have a protein drink that my wife got me. It's really for women. but I'm still drinking it anyway because it's high in protein. But the whole marketing of this box, I have it in the back of the Fit. It's all for women. So I might really have some nice breasts after this. Maybe my vagina will be more appealing, maybe. I don't know. Maybe my hair will be shinier. It'll give me a nice coat. I don't know. It's some sort of protein drink, and my wife didn't realize that on the cover was all these women. It's probably the same. Protein is protein. How do you gear protein towards a woman? Who knows? I have no idea. Anything's possible, right? So I'm going to just take a little protein drink. I just worked out. I'm going to take a little sip. You can have a sip too. So that's our first drink break of the show. It's vanilla or vanilla. It's vanilla, not chocolate, and it's good. Not my favorite. I like chocolate. So breaking the rust. Yeah, I could feel it. Like every week, I'm stretching a little bit further. I'm walking a little bit, longer, a little bit faster, a little bit of running. It's really little by little, 0.001 at a time, which is, the production company that creates. Oh, there's my brakes. Ooh, I'm hearing my brakes. Can you hear them? Oh, that's terrible. Well, I got to make an appointment now. All right, so that's really bad. I can't take this car to Orlando. I'm taking it to Orlando. I can't take it to Orlando. It sounds horrible. All right, so everything's coming along. I'm coming along. I'm losing weight a little bit at a time. Oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know, Dave's Fit Life is my YouTube channel. Check out Dave's Fit Life. That's all you got to do. Go to YouTube, Dave's Fit Life. Can you put the apostrophe in there? I'm not really sure what happens with or without the apostrophe, but it is my fit life. And my name is Dave, so it's Dave's Fit Life. I got like 30 some odd videos up there. So it's all about living in my Honda Fit, getting fit, and fitting things in my life. It's really not about losing weight, although I have agreed to do one weigh in a month. I'll do one weigh in a month in them. I know I'm losing weight because the pants that I haven't worn in years, I'm starting to wear for my job. Did you enjoy episode 112? I went a different way with the sound. I'm not happy with it, so I went back to this. Even though it might sound like something's rubbing, but nothing's rubbing. I'm holding the cord. I'm holding the Apple iPod, Airbud, whatever these things are called, earbuds. I'm holding it, so you shouldn't hear the sound. But if you do, I apologize. I guess we're back to square one. We probably never left square one, so I gotta figure out the sound. Anyway, okay. So I talked about my work week. I talked about Dave's Fit Life. You could tweet me at Done with Dave, and you could also tweet me at. Actually, I'm on Twitter at the Dave's Fit Life connection to my name. But whatever, just contact me any way you want. The best thing you can do is leave a comment right here in Spreaker. All right, right here on Spreaker, leave a comment. Oh yeah, if you get around to it, I'd enjoy a nice 5-star rating and review. The rating is the 5-star. A lot of people don't realize that. The rating is the 5-star. The review is things you say about the show. Try to be, you can be critical. You can be critical here. Mark likes to be critical all the time. He has a good heart with, good intentions. I have to remind myself that of every time. Mark has a good heart and he's well-intended. But sometimes he says things that upset me. That's all. But at least he says things. And at least he listens. I can't say the same thing for my other friends. One of them who I spoke to last night, my buddy Bobby. And not really a participator. It's a big hurt. It's a hurtful feeling. We're not going to go down that road. I probably mentioned it once an episode. But, I have friends that I talk to. And it's kind of a hurtful feeling when you can't take the time to watch 5 to 10 minutes of Dave's Fit Life. You can't listen to 5 to 10 minutes of Dumbing It Down with Dave. You can't even fake it. Here's another thing. No, I don't. Mark would say, Dave, you want these people to fake it? You know what? If I didn't know you were faking it, it wouldn't bother me. Because I would fake it for you. I know that might not sound like the nicest thing in the world. I guess we are going down that rabbit trail. I would fake it for you. If Bobby had a podcast, I would listen to the first 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes. That's not true. I would listen to the whole thing. That's what I do. I listen to podcasts. If he had a YouTube channel, I'd watch the whole thing. A lot of you know that. A lot of you know I support you. It's just amazing to me you can't take 5 minutes. You can't take 5 minutes. You're so busy with porn. I mean, I know what it's like to be busy with porn. You're that busy? Don't you need regeneration video to get you back in the game? I'm good for that. I bring you back to zero. I know I got my buddy Steve, he's in his car. He commutes every day, 30, 40 minutes. Really? You can't listen to Dumbing It Down with Dave for 10 minutes, a half-hour podcast now. It's totally half an hour. You know why? Because I'm on Mile High Radio. That's right, Mile High, HIRadio.com. Mile High, HIRadio.com. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Bobby. Mostly Lynn, but definitely Bobby. How can I thank one without the other? That's the way it works. There's two people totally in charge of Mile High Radio. Mile High, HIRadio.com. I'm on there Mondays at 11 o'clock to 12. I give them 2 shows a week. I got to do a half an hour now. Do I have to? No, I can do 40 and 20, but I want to do 30 and 30. Maybe I'm going to syndicate somewhere else. Who wants a 40-minute show? Who wants a 20-minute show? Usually, when you deal with schedules, it's 30 minutes. Why? I don't know. It seems to be a good number. Half an hour. Why don't we do a quarter of an hour? I don't know. Why don't we do a sixth of an hour? I don't know. TV's always been a half an hour. Radio's always been half an hour, 1 hour. That's the way we do things. Top of the hour, bottom of the hour. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm doing 30 minutes. There you go. Yeah, so it's fascinating to me. But I didn't want to talk about that. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I was driving last night, and I had a show in mind, and I had a title and everything, and now I forgot it. Well, all I'm working with now is episode 113. I will tell you this. So let's get to something. So I talked about working out, Dave's Fit Life, whatever. Oh, yeah, I slept a couple of times this week, 6 hours. That's kind of a highlight of my life, sleeping 6 hours. Usually I sleep 4 to 5. This week I slept 6 hours a couple of days. That was good. It's good for me. Okay. And it's not enough, believe me. It's not enough. I'm still tired at the end of the shift. Oh, boy, at the end of the shift. All right, 12 minutes in. Let's do a couple things. So when I'm on the treadmill at Planet Fitness, see if I bullet pointed all of this, it would be a lot more efficient. I wouldn't have to repeat myself and wonder and worry if I'm talking about what I want to talk about. I don't have time for bullet pointing. I went straight from the job to the Planet Fitness, onto the treadmill, onto the shower. Then I went to the place where I get milk with my milk coupons. And now I'm in the car. I'm going home. I'm recording a podcast. I don't got no time for bullet points. I ain't got no time for bullet points. So I'm on the treadmill every day. That's all I'm really doing. I did this other thing called the Arc Trainer, which is good. I used it last time when I did a lot of running and lost a lot of weight, but I'm just getting started with the Arc Trainer. But again, believe me, like I said, it's like Forrest Gump. It's like, I got these braces on, and I got to shake them all loose. I got to shake this rust. And it's really hard at this age, at 55 and a half. It's really hard at this weight, at this age. Oh, can't believe how hard it is. I wish I never stopped. Never should have stopped. So I'm on the treadmill every day, and let me tell you something. They got all these big screens. Have you been to Planet Fitness lately? They got all these big screens. No, TV screens. CNN and all this other stuff. Fox, sports, whatever, Lifetime. They got a channel for everybody, I guess. I don't think there's any BET where I'm at. I don't think they're that interested in BET. Not those people. not in East Greenbush. No. Whatever. So I'm not going to complain. I saw Kevin Hart the other day on Netflix, stand-up special. Ugh. I didn't think it was funny at all. Anyway, jumping around a lot, I know. But I like Kevin Hart. I just thought this last special called Irresponsible was not funny. I just thought it was not funny. It's a rare moment where I say that about a comedian that I like, but it wasn't funny. But anyway, there's all this stuff up there. So, by the way, I'm not a news guy, right? My buddy Pat says to me, I like the fact that you don't do news. Listen, I would do news. I would do news if I knew anything about it. I don't know anything about the news. I don't understand anything that's going on. The Mueller report. Now it's this hicker-dicker over these things. This guy named Nadler, this other guy, whatever. Everybody's got to say something, and they got to fight. This is going to go on and on and on. We can't get to just running the country. We can't just get to this meat of the matter. We got to just hem and hard, pick and pack, and all this whatever. I know those aren't real phrases, but you sit there and you watch, and then the news media feeds all over this. Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it. Here's 5 people on the screen, these little boxes. Here's our talking heads. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it. Yeah, Dave, I know. Yeah, I know. Freedom of speech, freedom. We're in a country where we talk about it. We should appreciate it because all these other countries don't talk about it. You know what? I'm not going to say, well, I'd rather be in those countries because I know somebody's going to say, Dave, you're being very naive. You should be grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. People died for this. People still die for this. They fight for this freedom. I understand all that. But come on, you don't think we're taking advantage? You don't think we're just beating it to a dead horse? Or is it already a dead horse and we're beating it? Yeah, it's already a dead horse and we're beating it. I'm taking another drink break. So it's really kind of a interesting thing to sit there, stand there on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill, and see all these screens, and they got CNN, they got Fox, and in the morning, if I go early enough, there's ABC, NBC, CBS, and they're all talking about the same things, all with different people. We just talk. I mean, really, we need 5 networks to talk about it? I know there's more. But there's really that many people who are employed. Don't you think that's kind of interesting? That NBC could somehow pay for that entire morning crew? I mean, granted, they got rid of the perv, and they're not paying him his big bucks anymore. They got these other people they're paying not as much. I forgot who the guy they fired. Matt, right? Matt Lauer. They got rid of Katie Couric a long time ago, so they got all these other people they're probably not paying as much. Maybe not. Probably Al Roker's. Who knows? Who cares? But think about that. Think about all those people at NBC. That's a lot of people behind the scenes in the booth, doing the editing, and producers, directors, associate producers, cameramen, makeup, bookers, copywriters. I mean, forget about it. There's a lot of people in that show. That's a lot of money. That's just one network. Now there's CBS. They got Gail, Oprah's girlfriend, and they got rid of that perv. Everybody got rid of a perv. Did ABC get rid of a perv? No. They still got their pervs. Well, potential pervs. But 2 networks got rid of pervs. And I say pervs. I don't know if they're really pervs. But whatever. They got in trouble for whatever it is they may or may not have done. What do I know? I'm just a truck driving on the car, southbound on I-87, trying to do Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth, traveling at speeds of, 62 miles an hour. That's it? Feels like more. And 62 miles an hour, and, pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. There you go. Sitting here making sure that I'm trying to entertain you, inform you, and do a podcast that's compelling, podcasting on ice. At the same time, in the back of my head, I'm going, am I going to end the show properly with HEs? My HEs of goodbye? I don't know. I might not. I've been practicing it. Really, Dave? Yeah. I do deep breathing, and I practice my goodbyes. So, just think about all those people. NBC, CBS, ABC. They all got morning shows. Fox. NBC. No, I said that already. MSNBC. Are they still on the air? CNN. HLN, I think. I mean, there's just so many morning. Fox in New York, local Fox. And then you got the affiliates. Up here in Albany, you got, again, ABC, NBC, CBS, you got 3 of them. All these people in the news, all making a living. Got to think about how much does that cost to do the news? And they got all these advertisements, because we're all getting divorced, and we all have alcohol problems, and we all, don't have enough money. By the way, those are all the commercials they play. It's a constant barrage of getting divorced, had an accident, got injured on the job, you don't have any money, you got bad credit, you got a drug problem, you need rehab. This is all they play in the morning. Who's ever at home, this is what they're playing. You got a medical problem? Take this pill, So it's really interesting that they're doing traffic. For people who have financial problems, they might be getting divorced, have drug problems, don't have a job, are looking to get trained, so they got to go to this school, learn, Technical Institute of America, whatever. Oh, and they also don't have insurance. Does anybody understand what the hell I'm talking about? You understand what I'm talking about? Don't you think it's kind of, is it ironic? Is that the correct word for this? Or is it just, and I'm sorry if it offends you, but because I know there's a movement to, spread the word, to end the word. But don't you think it's kind of retarded? My apologies, again, because I know people are offended by that. Okay, don't you think it's kind of insane? I mean, there's local stations all across this country, and they're all making money from selling, from first of all, exploding up these stories that have nothing to do with anything. Yeah, I know, it's idealistic and naive of me to say that. All these stories have nothing to do with anything. Nothing to do with your life. Whatever Trump did with Russia has nothing to do with you. You still got to go to work. You still got to wake up. You got to go to work. You got to make a sandwich, get a coffee, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Get dressed. You got to come home. You got to be with your family. You got to take care of your hobbies. Whatever it is you got to do has nothing to do with Russian collusion. Nothing. It doesn't affect you at all. But yet it's the biggest focus. I'm sitting there, standing there, I'm walking here. Dustin Hoffman. Midnight Cowboy. John Voight. I'm walking here. So I'm walking on the treadmill. 1970 something. I don't remember exactly. Pretty sure it won an Oscar. Or the theme song won an Oscar. So, how is it possible that they're making any money? Well, I don't know. But they're sensationalizing this news. They're trying to make it seem like it's really something. And they talk about it non-stop. The same thing over and over and over. Oh, it's redacted. It's not redacted. It's redacted. It's redacted. He's clear. He's not clear. This is what the papers say. And then the TV shows are reporting on the papers. Oh, this is what the paper says. The papers never seem to report what the TV stations talk about. But the TV stations are always talking about what the newspapers are talking about. Meanwhile, who's watching this from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock? Who's watching this? Apparently, I'm not saying this, but apparently, according to the commercials, it's a bunch of people who are getting divorced, have recently been divorced, have DWIs and they need a lawyer, had an accident, need a lawyer, they've been injured, they need a lawyer, their credit rating is horrible, they have sweaty palms. I'm watching the sweaty palm commercial play all day long, all morning long. They're going bald, they stink, they need deodorant, they're unemployed, they need training, they need to go to a technical school. Once upon a time, I went to Planet Fitness, and apparently a lot of these women wanted a Brazilian butt lift. That was playing all the time. So, and how are these people on all these networks making all this money, getting all dressed up to, exploit the news? And they're all dressed up. Don't you think there's a place for a news center that doesn't, they don't dress up? Maybe they just do it from a garbage can on the corner of a street in Philadelphia, and they're burning wood and just sitting there. And every time they read this, listen to this. So they're on the corner of a street in Philadelphia. They don't do commercials. They just do doo-wop, like in the movie Rocky. And then every time they read a story, they take the piece of paper that they read, what they call copy, they throw it into the burning garbage can. And that's it. You'll never hear the story again. That's it. It happened. It already happened. Were you paying attention? This show can't be a 3-hour. We can't do a 6 to 9 a.m. morning show. You know why? Because you got to get to work. Did you see the commercial that we just played for you about getting a job? Because you go to this place and you get your training to learn how to fix a refrigerator? Well, yeah. So the show's going to be maybe an hour, maybe a half an hour. In fact, it's not going to be any particular set time. If we have extra time, we're just going to play cartoons. We're not going to try to squeeze out an hour. We're not going to play these videos of soldiers coming home and surprising the kids, which I know a lot of you think is the sweetest thing in the world. I happen to think it's the dumbest thing in the world. You're coming home? Come home. Don't come home and surprise. Stop with the surprising. Oh, who's that? Is that Mickey Mouse? Oh my God, it's my father. You know what, Dad? Why did you call your son and say, don't go to school today? Don't go to school today. I'm coming home from the war. Or wherever, Surprise! Oh my God! You know why these moments happen? Because the idiot TV box, because the idiot news. They have to exploit. Do you understand that? You understand what I'm trying to say to you? This is what's going on. Exploitation. Whatever the situation is, let's exploit it. Oh, surprise! Really? You came all the way back from Afghanistan, and the first thing on your mind is to surprise? Don't surprise. Call me. Say, hey, I'm arriving tomorrow. Can you pick me up at the airport? Meet me at the airport. That would have been a nice surprise. Meet me at the airport. No, the kid gets up. He goes to school. And all of a sudden the cameras are there. Nobody knows why the cameras are there. Next thing you know, here comes this guy dressed as McDuff, the crime dog or whatever it is. And he takes off his helmet. Oh my God, it's my father. And then the kid is bawling, now forever on celluloid or whatever I know you think it's sweet. It's not that sweet. Not to me. To me, it's exploitation. Wow, Dave, you're really like a Grinch. Yeah, I know. Whatever. Maybe if your father surprised you, you'd be a little bit more. Yeah, I know. It would be. Don't get me started on my father. What? 26 minutes? We're never going to get to that loop-de-loop story. We don't even have time for a breather. We got to do a breather. I'm doing a breather. I don't care. 26 minutes in. It's a little late. I'm sorry. Am I sorry? Not really. And I'm not a sorry guy. Well, maybe I am a little bit. I am a bit of a sorry guy, and I'm not really so much of a miss you guy. I hope you guys really enjoyed that episode. I really, I wanted to do a good job. I don't think I did. I'm not a miss you type of guy. I don't miss people. I'm not going to miss you. You know what I miss? I miss grits right now. I can't have a carb. I'm trying to lose weight. I like oatmeal with butter and salt, and I like grits with cheese and salt and butter. Okay. Let's take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I am breathing fantastic. I don't care if I shout it from a rooftop. I don't know. There's no rooftops in Saugerties. Anyway, whatever. All right. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 27 minutes. We got 3 minutes to go before I say goodbye. 8 G's. Right? I'm going to practice. Are you thinking about the 8 G's? I am. All right. Here we go. And each time we try to hold it. I listen. You might hear some dead air. I'm holding it, man. I'm breathing. I am really breathing well. I've been doing this every night, going up and down the thruway. Breathing. Deep breathing. All right, here we go. Breath number 1. Go. All right, that was okay. That was a starter. You okay? All right. If you feel wobbly, hold on to something. All right? Ready? Go. Number 2. Go. All right, last one. This is the big one. All right? Here we go. Go. All right, fantastic. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. If you did it, good for you. I'm glad you're participating. Listen, folks, do the best you can with life. If you could share my show, I greatly appreciate it. I know people are sharing the show on Facebook, and then it's on your page and you don't get any response. Facebook has it in for, not me, Dave Canyon, but they don't like you. They don't like you posting to take people outside of Facebook. So what's the solution? I don't know. Direct email your friends. Whatever. Tag your friends in it. Is that a solution? I don't even know what's the truth. How do we get the word out of Dumbing It Down with Dave? People like it. Jeff likes it. Pat likes it. Richie likes it. Lynn likes it. Linda likes it. Mark likes it. All right, it's the 6 of you. Was that 6? Good for you. I don't know what can we do. All right. This is not the show I wanted to do, of course, and I'm really sorry about the loop-de-loop. We're gonna have to bump that to episode 114. I'll get to it eventually. I had a great week, folks. I hope you did. Oh, happy Easter and happy Passover. Unless you're listening to this, in March or December of 2035. In which case, hey, how are we doing in the future? We're okay? I don't feel good. I don't know if things are looking up. All right, gotta go. Ready? Goodbye. Good day. Good night. Good luck. Good riddance. Godspeed. Good rats and great skills. That's 8. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I really appreciate you tuning in. Have a great rest of your life. Bye.